Hi, it's Rebecca, and I want to bring you this quick message. I'll be bringing you 5 tips from Cleve Backster, who's on the other side. You may know him as the man who first introduced the concept that plants have consciousness. He hooked up a lie detector test to a plant, and that was way back in the 60s, and he really did a body of work. He has called a primary perception, biocommunication with plants, living foods, and human cells. So in my meditation this morning, Mr. Cleve Backster appeared and asked me if I would bring some messages about the plants on Gaia. Why is this important? Well, it's important because with plants, we're not going to survive. And he is very concerned about the destruction of the rainforest, the use of harsh chemicals. I'll be bringing you a series of 5 tips how we can help, because I said to him, Cleve, I am not ready to go join a radical organization. Please tell me what I can do and tell me what my readers and followers can do right where you are. And he said the number one thing that you can do right now today, even if you live in a high rise in New York City and you're not exposed to very much vegetation, first of all, have a living plant. I wish I would have brought some of mine over here, but I just got so hot to make this video for you. And for that plant that you have, that you set the intention. Everything is about intention, that you set the intention to speak lovingly to that plant, to, of course, feed and water that plant. Whenever you get a chance to touch a plant, to speak lovingly to a plant, do this. And what makes this powerful, we already know about talking to plants and that they grow better. But if you add the power of intention, that you're intending for this love to be contagious, well, it's going to be contagious anyway. But if you intend for it to be contagious, then that intention sets this whole web of communication in motion. If you study the works of Cleve Backster, and I actually haven't, he just showed up because people on the other side know that I'm a channel, and if there's a red hot message for Gaia, come find Rebecca. But I do know that all things have consciousness, and this is something you can do right now. Set the intention to go speak lovingly. When you get off this video, speak lovingly to the next plant you see. Touch it lovingly. You know, I adopted some ferns that were going to be thrown out at Walmart, and they were like so half dead. And I don't consider that I had a green thumb, but I just loved them. And I started touching them lovingly. Of course, I repotted them. And now they're so enormous, I can hardly walk on my balcony. They're so grateful and enormous. So what can you do right now to help save Gaia and save the plants? You can start right now, right where you are, to have loving intent to every single plant that you meet. Don't be touching poison ivy, but you can bless it. It's holding space. It's doing something. Everything has a purpose. And that is tip number 1 from Mr. Cleve Backster. By the way, a little history. He was born in 1924 and he crossed over 2013. He's actually telling me he's more of a crusader and pioneer now than ever. And he's really looking for people that would receive his messages, because now he can see it from a much higher perspective than even so. He just picked me now because I was available, but any of you who would like to learn how to channel and really get into this even more, what else can you do? In the comment section, leave your comments. What do you think about this? How can you start in your small way to help save the plants, the trees, the forest of Gaia? How can you, and one thing you might want to know, How can me giving love on purpose and setting that intention for it to be contagious, how can that help the poor old rainforest or any of that other stuff? Because the energy of love is powerful, and the energy of love stirs the hearts of those around it. And so much can be done energetically when people start feeling that energy of love transforming them, transforming the plants, transforming the soil, the roots. All is love, all is energy. And you have the power to put your energy into something that, in your small way, will turn into a large way and be very contagious in the best way possible. This is Rebecca. I invite you to subscribe while you're here. I'll be coming forward with tip number 2 very soon. I made a deal with Mr. Cleve Backster to bring you at least 5 tips on how you can save the plants, the plant structure, the food source of Gaia. Thank you.